Hello and welcome back to my channel.
The weather is doing this, as you can see, a little bit overcast, a little bit breezy.
It's been a bit wet lately. I've had to use my umbrella for the last few days getting back and forth from university. And as I'm filming this right now, it's set to get a lot colder in the coming few days.
I need to put a laundry load on. I need to sort that mess out there. I've been having a very delightfully loungy start on my sofa this morning. It's just coming up to 10:30 in the morning as we speak.
Do you know, I haven't picked up this camera in 3 days. Well, apart from to end a shopping vlog. Apart from that, I haven't vlogged for this channel for 3 days, although you won't have known that because the upload schedule has been the same, which was my intention. I've had 3 full-on days at uni and an evening rehearsal as well with my other band. It's just been go, 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 go. And I just wanted to catch up with my footage a little bit whilst being go, 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 go. So I've been doing that. So yeah, it's just, I've hardly caught breath. So this is why this morning I decided I was just gonna not set my alarm, get up whenever I felt like it. And actually that was 7:45, so I didn't get up super late. Anyway, the clocks for me right now, as I film this, still haven't gone back, but they're going back in a few days. Thank you very much to the person who wrote in the comments to remind me about that, because actually at that time, I had just been talking to my boyfriend and saying, is it the Halloween weekend or is it the weekend before? And it was the weekend before, so thank you very much for letting me know that. I'm going on holiday quite soon. It's not imminent, not absolutely imminent, but I need to have a day tomorrow preparing for holiday related things, amongst other things, including my travel insurance. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my travel insurance. It's going to be fine. I just need to get an off the peg one, I think, for a single trip. I wanted to get an annual musician's insurance to cover me for a whole year because I'm rather hoping to get away at least one more time over the next 12 months. But actually thinking about it, that's not a guarantee. Maybe I won't. So let's just get a single trip. But normally, you see, playing music is a grey area. It's considered manual labour, and even if you're not getting paid, I've always been told by insurance companies it's a real grey area. Even if you're not being paid, it could be still counted as manual labour. So I've tended to use an insurance company which is specifically for musicians. I think it's called something like Musicians Insurance or something like that. Like, it's really obvious from the title that that's what it's for. So even if I don't have a gig in the book, I don't know if I'm going to end up playing down the pub and then getting asked to fill in for somebody the next day, because this has happened. Like, I have done this, ended up doing work on holiday in bands. It's just, I've got the skill set. If I'm there, you do network with other musicians. You can't help yourself. It's in your blood. You end up making friends. You end up jamming with them on stage. And if it's evident that you've got the skills to stand in, if they're a man down, if somebody's ill or something, man being a figure of speech meaning person. Anyway, this time they took quite a while to come back with the quote. I had to fill a form in. I was expecting to sit down on Friday last week and just get it done in a day, you know, write to them, get a quote, pick it, pay for it, job's a good one, good for a year. But no, it took them, I don't know, maybe till Monday or Tuesday for a quote to appear in my inbox. And I haven't even looked at it because there's like a big disclaimer on the front. I can only get musicians insurance this time if I've got a paid booking in advance and I have to declare what it is. Well, I don't really work like that when I go abroad. I don't go to gig. I just quite often end up gigging or end up playing with local musicians, and then does it count as work if you're not getting paid, kind of thing. But anyway, so I can't have it. So I'm not playing my flute this time. I've done a bit of research. I think I'm fine. I think even if I'm playing my flute and then I have an accident, I think I'm still covered. I don't know. And I don't think the vlogging counts as manual labour. It's so complicated, isn't it? I bet loads of us go away and we don't realise that we're not actually properly covered because we haven't declared something that we didn't know we had to declare. So there we go. Anyway, right, well, I've gone off on a right old tangent now. So yes, tomorrow I need to collect my prescription, which I ordered, to make sure that I've got all my prescription that I need while I'm away. So that will be that job. I'm going to get some euros. Hopefully, I'm going to sort out my travel insurance. So those are my 3 holiday-ish prep things to do tomorrow. But today I'm off to uni. Right, before I talk about what I'm doing today, I had a little question pop into my comments yesterday from a new viewer, welcome to the channel, about your daughter who is 17 and taking up the flute. She wants to know, is it too late to take up the flute at 17? Of course not. No, it's not too late to take up the flute at any age, in my opinion. I suppose it depends on your reasons. If you're hoping that your daughter can go to do a degree in music performance at 18, probably that's cutting it seriously fine. She'd have to be a bit superhuman to catch up in a year to get up to sort of grade 8 level. That might be too late, but it depends why you want to play the flute. If you want to play the flute because you want to play it and enjoy playing it, it's never too late. If you want to get very good at it, that's not too late. That's really still young. I know people that take up instruments all the time and they join in with our music social scene and we all play together and we have a lovely time. It just depends what you want to do. A lot of the ceilidh repertoire that I play isn't complicated particularly, and you could learn that pretty quickly. So it just depends what level you want to do. If you want to be in a conservatoire, well, you might have to hold off going to uni for a few years to catch up your flute playing level, I suppose, to do that. I don't really know much about that side of thing, and I don't even know what standard you need to be at to do a performance degree anymore. I'm assuming it's grade 8 or above. I think it was for me when I went, but that's some decades ago now. Also, I mean, when you take up the flute at 9, for example, or even younger, for those early years, I think your rate of progress is a lot slower than if you took it up at 17, because your cognitive abilities are just so much more refined. And it also depends on, is she going to practice 20 minutes a week, or is she going to practice 8 hours a day? Like, there's a huge gulf between that extreme and the other, and that's going to determine how quickly she progresses. So no, it's never too late. I don't think it's ever too late. Don't think you're too old, ever. It depends why you want to do it. Just sitting in your room or standing in your room playing an instrument is just a joy. It's so nice to just hear those sounds, feel the vibrations. It's so therapeutic and joyous. And when you play an instrument, you can go out and you can meet up with other people that play instruments, play together. It's like howling with the pack. It's just such a bonding, wonderful experience. A lot of people are taking up instruments in their retirement years, and there's loads of little groups that get together. For example, ukulele groups seem to be growing in popularity. They're very accessible, people are strumming a few chords and this lovely music's coming out. And I know somebody who has joined one of these, and he says that at the end of every piece that's played, he looks around the room and there are beaming smiles on everybody's faces. People are just so happy. It's joyous to play music. So 17 is nothing. So young. Actually, my boyfriend took up the fiddle at 21, and he's been doing professional gigs for many years. He did play the guitar before that. Right, today, this has turned into a long intro, but I felt like I hadn't talked to you for 3 days, so I just couldn't help filling you in with those things. So today I am going quite late to uni. I'm not even going yet. I've got a little bit of time to sort of tidy up a bit, and I haven't even decided what I was going to do with this time yet, so I'm going to sit down and have a think. But anyway, I'm going quite late. I'm going so late I keep looking at the clock and having the horrors that I haven't left yet, but it's my latest start of the week. So I'm going to go to uni. I have got one lecture, which is performance, and I've got an hour break in which I'm going to meet my daughter and buy her lunch in Costa, so probably won't film very much of that. I'll show you what I eat and drink. But she doesn't like to be in the vlogs anymore. She used to when she was little. We started out with us both in, so if you watch my back catalogue pre about 2021, she's in a lot of those, a lot. She's very good on camera, my daughter. She's got the natural gift at that. Not everybody has, and she has. So, but anyway, I need to do an exchange with her. It sounds dodgy, a needle exchange. She's on some injected medications for things, health conditions, which I won't go into. Well, one of them's eczema, you know about that one, the long-term viewers, but she's got another one. We're not going to go into details about that. She'd rather I didn't. So I'm going to take 2 syringes for her, carefully, which can be out of the fridge for up to 2 weeks, I think, before she takes them, but she needs them over the next couple of days. So they're living in my fridge. They've got to stay between 2 and 8 degrees. So we just thought it better that they stay in my fridge, not a communal student fridge where the door might get open and, you know, left open. It's just better. She has got a mini fridge, which we thought she could have in her room, but when she went to Edge Hill University, it was so noisy she couldn't sleep, and it is a noisy one. So anyway, it's here. She lives within commuting distance, so we're just swapping back and forth every 2 weeks, which is when she needs them. So I'm going to take those down, and I'm going to bring back her bulging full heavy sharps bin, because tomorrow, another thing I've got lined up before I go away is I am receiving her delivery of all the rest of the refrigerated medication, both lots as well. So that's got to go straight in the fridge. So that's scheduled in for tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but they will text a 2-hour window. So that's going to be fitted in around my other things. And I wanted to do that before I went away. So I knew she'd be fine and sorted for that, because it's important. It keeps her functioning relatively normally. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her. It's a little bit of a rush in a way. There's not a lot of room for being held up, but it's okay. And then after that, I've got a 2-hour wind band rehearsal, and then I'm finished with uni for the week. which is good because I really need to start my project that's due in early December. Oh my goodness, I just haven't started it. It has been as much as I can do to do my gigs, my vlogs, and all the commuting, all the practicing that I've needed to do for everything, and all the lectures. That's as much as I could have done up until now. So I've earmarked Saturday for that. Tomorrow is sorting admin-y holiday things. Saturday I have got a gig, but I've got to go till a bit later in the day, so I'm going to try and do a lot of brainstorming and get that project started. Right, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to clear that mess up and put a laundry load on. Right, that's that on, and that's that lot sorted. So I had to look at my massive to-do list, and one thing that I can do now, which is actually quite, the sooner I can do it the better, is printing Dad's parts out for our music club gig in a couple of weeks' time, fairly soon before we go off on holiday actually. So I'm going to post them to him because he doesn't have a working printer. He doesn't have a working laptop, and I think his tablet's defunct now, so he's doing everything off his phone, and who wants to read sheet music off their phone? So I'm just going to print them out and post them. Somewhere in my hoard there's probably a board-backed envelope, hopefully, because I tend to keep those sorts of things. Yeah, here's one. Second hand, you know, pre-used, but it'll do, won't it? I've just been spending some time marking his parts out in bright yellow, the bits that will work on a D major tin whistle, which is what he plays, and the bits that he can't, I think he's just going to have his bars rest. At this short notice now. Oh, he could do that bit. Still need to do that bit. I was just waiting for the fountain pen to dry. God, I am shocked by the prices of posting. Oh my gosh, I don't do this very often. So it's going to be a large letter for first class, £3.15. I think I might just risk second class because quite often they come at the same time anyway, to be honest, or one day's not going to make much difference. So £1.55. Oh, still a lot though, isn't it? That's for a large letter because of the size of it. I didn't want to bend it because it's going to be flopping about all over his music stand. These are standard stamps now. These are not large letter ones. They're just regular. Right, so how much actually is a second class stamp? 87. That's gone up. Right, I've decided to go for 2 second class. Look at these ancient stamps. I've got a 1p stamp here. So I've been hoarding old stamps, but I've got a feeling they're still valid. I don't know about that one because it's ripped off. Look, I don't think that will be because it's not intact. But a 1p stamp, who has those these days? I didn't want to start faffing around printing. I could have done it online, printed off a label and stuck it on. But no, I've paid a bit extra there by about 20 something p, too much, but it'll get there, won't it? And it'll be second class. Large letter. Now, right, I'm going to address it up and I shall post that on my way to uni. I was in a bit of a rush, otherwise I would have done the printing out thing. That took me rather longer than expected. I don't know why. I got a bit carried away looking at the parts, to be honest, sort of trying to work out alternatives and things. Anyway, it's noodles for lunch because I haven't got enough time to cook anything now, which I'm quite pleased about, to be honest, because I love any excuse to eat instant noodles. I'm going to hang that out in the house now while that's cooking and erase it. Right, little bit of time later, that's hung out in, if you know what I mean. I've been busying about gathering bits to take to uni, taking bits out of my bag that I had at uni yesterday that I don't need today, and I dished out my noodles that are now ready, and I'm going to quickly eat those because I have got to be out. Oh, I got 30 minutes actually. That's not as bad as I thought, but I need to do some more packing because my laptop is charging upstairs. Right, I've eaten. I've packed her jabs in there. This is actually meant as a medical grade cool bag, but I'm not using it as a cool bag. There's no ice packs in there. It's just to keep them nice and padded and protected in my bag, because once they come out of the fridge they can't go back in. They can be taken up to 2 weeks, but they can't go back in the fridge. They must not be refrigerated. So that's going to go in my rucksack and hopefully not get bumped or scratched. And she can bring this back to me then when we do an exchange with the sharps bin, because we got the sharps bin complication as well. It's so awkward having things delivered to a campus block. Believe me, we had hell with their chill with the deliveries. They never got the full instructions through, the drivers. I would give them so many instructions, right? Ring the Porter's Lodge, here's the number, they will walk you down. Isabel will be waiting outside block, whatever, she'll grab it and run in quick, because it's really got to stay at the cool temperature. You can't mess about with them. Every time there was trouble, every time. But anyway, it's so much easier now. But it does mean that the sharps bins are collected from and re-delivered here. So she's going to give me one, and I'm going to get some new ones tomorrow and then bring one back to her, hopefully before I go on holiday. Otherwise, she'll have needles lying around, which is not good. So I definitely will get it to her before I go on holiday. Right, I need to pack this camera now and concentrate, or I might forget something important. It is raining. One-handed posting. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think the train's broken in some way. Maybe not completely broken down, but all the electrics have, well, no, not all the electrics gone off. The engine's gone off. Some of the lights are on, but the displays are off. I don't know, I've been told there might be a bit of a delay. Well, there's already a delay. We should have left 3 or 4 minutes ago. I'm going to be late. Well, probably. Sometimes they make up for lost time by missing a load of stops out. So anyway, it'll be what it'll be when I've got my laptop out. Oh, does my face look? Ooh. Oh, the screen's doing something. That screen is doing something I've never seen it do before. It's okay, we're moving. We were about 8 minutes late, so it's not the end of the world. In fact, I think I'll still be in time because I think this lecture starts at 10 past per hour. So I think we're going to be okay. Because it's the same train that I would get if it was on the hour, because some of them are on the hour and some of them are 10 past the hour, so it's all good. But I'm editing a vlog that I filmed exactly 1 week ago, and that's the day I left all my food at home that I'd lovingly prepared for myself to like keep me going through the whole day. So anyway, that's quite funny. Right, I'm going to carry on editing. I'm going to be even later now because I've had to change trains and I've got to wait for the next one. The one I was on is going straight through and it's not going to the stop I need it to because it's got to make up for lost time. I said it might make up for lost time, didn't I? Well, it is. And it's raining and chilly. I've got my travel mug as well, so I'm borrowing a mug. I'll tell you what happened in a minute. Just giving this a minute to steep. Well, I'm not in a rush now. Now that the lecture's cancelled. I'm seeing the funny side. Somebody was just singing some scales, a lady just now, and I thought she was singing the original Star Trek theme. And no, I don't think she was. It sounded a bit like it at the time. Right, that's probably had enough. I'm just going to have to drink out of an open cup. Looks nice. So I made it to uni 2 minutes, with 2 minutes to spare before the lecture was due to start. I went scuttling in and there was the tech guy. He said, "Oh, you're not in for the lecture, are you?" It's like, "Is it cancelled?" He said, "Yes, an email went up about an hour ago." Well, I was well into my commute an hour ago. From that point, yeah, so it's cancelled. I think it's due to illness, but I haven't seen the email, so I don't know. So yeah, got on the phone to my daughter. She's in a lecture at her uni, so we're having to stick to the original plan of meeting. We could have met a bit earlier and had a bit longer together. Would have been nice. But anyway, I've sneaked into a practice room that I haven't booked because this is my favourite one, the sauna room. It's like you open the door if it's been closed. It's like getting into an oven. It's like getting out of the aeroplane door when you go to a hot country and you've come from a cold place. It's like, ah. Bathed in heat. I'm gonna have to take this top off. I'm boiling already. So I'm gonna do some scales and practice that I wasn't thinking I was gonna fit in today, so that's a bonus. I'm pleased about that. The time is certainly not gonna be wasted. And then I shall go meet my daughter. And yeah, we're all good really. Hopefully nobody's booked this room though, because I didn't book a room because I wasn't expecting to be free. I'm doing my forgetting where I'm at with my scales thing because I'm hearing band practices and things. There's drum kit and bass and stuff like that happening, and I keep stopping and listening. Going, oh yeah. Thinking, oh no, I don't know what I'm gonna have to now. Oh dear, oh well, never mind. It won't hurt me to practice things twice, will it? I am getting beyond anal now with my practice organisation and planning. This is yesterday's that I did. And yeah, you can see how far behind I am. Look, 22nd of October. So by the time you see this, it's going to be like a week later or something like that, or more than. Anyway, when I was practicing my wind band pieces, I discovered that I had some coordination issues with these notes here. So I've wrote them out in my iPad so that I can come back and practice them, which I'm going to do now because I've just done my warm-up scales. So I'm just going to focus on these for 5 or 10 minutes before getting to my wind band pieces, because I might as well. I'm making notes as I go really. If I'm finding I've got little issues with things, I'm making a note of it and then making a list of what to work on. With the coordination with those two notes there, it's because I've got a lot of fingers going down simultaneously. See how many fingers have got to go up and down exactly coordinated with each other, and it's easy for them to sort of go out of just coordination a little bit. One hand's got to work with the other one. There's a little finger there which isn't as muscularly strong as the others. You know, an index finger is stronger than a little finger. Yeah, when you do your muscle, your like finger exercises, got to take into account of that and try and get all the strength and flexibility. Is that the right word? The dexterity really even across all your fingers, regardless of how naturally strong or weak they are. This is where a mirror comes in handy. But I found actually that I can see my fingers, hang on, because of the angle of it, I can see myself reflected in that bit there when I hold my flute out sideways.
So I'm just angling my head down slightly and looking at my reflection of that bit, because normally a practice room will have a mirror in it, but this one doesn't. So there we go, but most of them do. Right, 10 minutes of practice time left before I go to meet my daughter. So I'm back in the Fourscore app now. So this is one of my wind band pieces. And what I like about Fourscore, well, any kind of sort of digital thingy, is I can mark in green. Right, I don't need to practice that bit. I played through that yesterday. I thought I don't need to practice it. You know, I might play through it once before a rehearsal or whatever, but I don't need to practice it. It's easy. This bit I've marked with red because that does need a bit of extra work, and so on and so forth. And there's another piece that I was doing as well. Why can I never turn the page when I'm filming? It's like a certain knack. There we go. Like that bit there I've marked in red, that definitely needs practicing. That green bit, don't need to. So when I come back to practice it again now, I can go straight to the target areas, you know, the weakness areas, and just skip the rest. So I can do some really concentrated, useful practice on this now in less time, and I don't have to sort of find those areas every time I practice, and then I can just rub them out then once I've mastered them. Whereas with normal sheet music, you know, once you've marked it, it's difficult to rub stuff out and not leave it a bit tainted, if you know what I mean. There we go. For some reason, once I got a camera in my hand, I find it hard to turn the page. Right, I'm just going to do these little targety bits, and then I'm going to pack up and go and walk to Costa and meet my daughter, and I'm going to do that in 11 minutes now. My lecturer always says, slow practice makes fast progress, and she's right. So I need to slow it down a bit more. The real speed is like I've made it to the Costa. I've grabbed the table, and there's not a lot free actually, so I've just messaged my daughter to tell her where I am, and hopefully she's not too late, because I really haven't got, I've got a whole hour, but that's including getting back to uni as well, so it's not ages. It stopped raining though, fortunately. Thank you so much to Christine for this rather delicious cappuccino, and I also bought myself, while I was here, a cheese and tomato toasty. Oh, yum. I didn't vlog in here because I was with my daughter though, but we had a lovely time. So it's hours later. I had a really nice catch up in Costa with my daughter. We had lunch and coffee, and she had a passion fruit cooler. Lovely time. It was a bit quick. It would have been nice to have had a little bit longer because I had to rush off then to get set up for wind band. Wind band was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and then it was time to go. And now I'm done with uni for the week. So getting ready day tomorrow, getting ready for holiday. Although I'm not going yet, but you know, it's a free day that I've got the opportunity to do that stuff. I don't want to leave it too late to get my health insurance anyway, my travel insurance, because it'll be panic stations otherwise. I've got the trusty Sharps bin, there that is. So that's getting exchanged, hopefully for 2 empty ones tomorrow, because I'd like to have one at my house in case she stays over and needs it, and one in her campus room. It's not raining, it's nice and dry, so I'm very pleased about that, and I've got a little bit of a wait for my train now, but not much. Sitting here tired, a bit hungry, thinking not long till holiday, not long till holiday. I'm back, and before I got settled I took a package round to next door that I took in earlier. I didn't vlog about that at the time, but one came, so that's been sat there all day while I've been out, so I thought, right, I'll take it right round now. I see their light is on, so that was gratefully received. Had a brilliant day again, really loved wind band. I was just thinking, it's literally 1 week since I started those, and I can't believe it. It feels like I've been there forever. I got settled in so quickly, and I feel really at home in both groups, and everybody's lovely. It's just great. And you know, I think I might be like one of the only mature students that's doing performance pathway on my MA course. Or if there are others, they're mature students but they're nowhere near as old as me. Do you know what I mean? The rest are doing like composition and musicology and things like that, I think. Anyway, I'm tired now. I'm going to shove some food down my gob in a minute, something unhealthy probably that doesn't require too much cooking. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.